There's a 6-month patch of this young soccer player's life that is gone forever. Hannah Sipes' memory wiped clear by a series of concussions.
I had 4 in 6 months. 3 were from soccer and 1 was from basketball, but the one that kind of flipped my life around was from soccer. We were playing in a gym and the ball hit me in the head and then I fell backwards and hit the gym floor.
3 times doctors told Hannah it was safe to play again.
I am a hypervigilant parent, and so, but I trusted that the doctors were leading me in the right way, and I find myself an intelligent person, and so we felt okay with it.
My doctors cleared me after every concussion, so we figured it was fine to go back and play. So we didn't think anything of it, but my brain is still developing, and the consecutive concussions one after another was just too much.
One of the messages that we hear from those moms and from other parents is, if I had known then what I know now, I would never have let my child play.
Pulling kids from sports is a difficult decision, says David King of the Minnesota Brain Injury Alliance, especially when pressure can be so high to get back in the game.
Kids work so hard to get their place on that team, and they don't want to lose that. They don't want to jeopardize, so they don't want to speak up and say, I think I need to sit out. And they also know that sitting out means being pulled aside from their peer group. And for a lot of those athletes, that sports team is their entire life. It's their social outlet.
It's extremely important not to return too soon.
CDI's Dr. Blake Johnson says that's because after that first hit, your brain is more susceptible to another injury. After a first concussion, you're 2 to 4 times more likely to get a second if you return to play too early. Then, after a second concussion, you're 8 times more likely to get a third.
The rest of their body's not working as well either when the brain doesn't work, so their timing may be off. So they are more susceptible not only to a subsequent brain injury, but to other injuries in the rest of the body until they fully recovered from a concussion. So this is a subdural hematoma.
So how do you know your child is really ready to return?
Parents should be aware that they need to have their child tested to be normal not only when they're at rest, but after strenuous activity, before they're considered to return to the ice rink or the football field or whatever arena they're in. Because they may be asymptomatic at rest, but with exertion, that changes the physiology of the body.
5 years later, the perseverance that Hannah uses to cope with continued headaches, nausea, dizziness, and pain has helped her handle a freshman college course load. Hannah's mom still says when to return to play is the million-dollar question.
I think I would have still let my kids play sports, but to be honest, after one concussion, knowing what I know now, we'd be done. We would walk away.